Listen, my friend, if you're gonna follow the advice that I'll give you in this video, then even if you are the most introverted guy in the world who really gets affected by what people talk about him, or you just tend to struggle with that stuff as a whole, then I guarantee you, and matter of fact, I will shake my hand on this right now, that what we're gonna talk about today will absolutely help you out. Let's go back around 3 years in time, back when I started high school. That's when I was the smallest, the shortest little kid in my classroom. And I always find it funny looking back at those times because I would get very easily affected by what people would talk about me. All it took was just one negative comment from the outside, and the inner side of myself would be completely shattered, absolutely fucked up, right? As all it took really was just one negative comment for me to completely give up what I was doing, completely change the way of thinking, completely like rework whatever was going on the inside, just because the outside didn't like what was going on. And believe me when I tell you, one of the only hobbies I used to have back when I entered high school was skateboarding. Everything in my fucking room is to this day made out of skateboards, right? It used to be like almost like a passion, honestly. All I could do was just ride around on my goddamn skateboard, and that was one of the only hobbies I had. That's the only thing I brought with me to high school. And what do you think happened? Do you think people liked it? No, of course not. They would call me names. They would nickname me the fucking skater kid or whatever. They would throw names at me every time I would go to the skate park, right? All the kids would make fun of me. I didn't even understand why, really. They would just randomly pick on me. And when you're a small little kid, like downright small, I was like 5'4" for like a 15, 14-year-old kid. That was really bad, right? However, one time in particular was when everything took a whole fucking 180 for me, honestly, because I remember one time I was at a skate shop and I was building a whole new skateboard. Everything was custom made, right? You had the perfect pink grip tape, the artwork on the bottom was just so fucking beautiful. It had stickers all over the deck, and it was just so amazing, really. That board was beautiful. But when I brought it to the skate park, bro, I remember. I can't think of when was the last time I've got nearly as humiliated as back then. Maybe there were a couple of times, but bro, when I walked in there and people saw like the pink grip tape that I had, because the whole grip tape was pink. It had a nice custom art on it, but it was mainly pink, right? So what do you think were the type of comments I've received when I got to the park? Look at this kid, he's fucking gay. Oh, yo, kid, are you gay, bro? You got a pink skateboard, bro. Those are like the dumbest comments you could ever imagine, but those were still the type of comments that would be drilled into my fucking mind. I couldn't do anything really. Those people, they would like pretty much surround me and just start making jokes out of me. They would literally point fingers, and it was just very humiliating. Just a couple of minutes ago, I used to think that I have the coolest skateboard in the world, but as soon as I didn't receive the instant gratification from the outside, suddenly my whole opinion on it like completely changed. Suddenly I looked at it and I hated it. I myself started to think that it was ugly and I felt embarrassed. So what do you think happened when I came back home? I put the desk right under like my bed somewhere. It's hidden now. And believe me when I tell you, from that day on, I have never even touched a skateboard in my life. I was too humiliated. I felt too embarrassed back then to make a move, to do anything with it. I gave up the one thing that would give my life direction. And I know it sounds crazy, but believe me when I tell you, back then, I didn't even like playing video games that much. All I could think about was just skateboarding. And when I gave it up for the sake of what other people would think about me, I had a very long period of time in which I just had nothing to do. All I could think about now were like video games or watching a movie on fucking Netflix or like some anime. Bro, I felt empty deep down. They took away the one thing I like to do. And you know what's the best part about the opinion of others? No matter what action you end up taking, no matter what hobby you start doing, no matter what fucking sport you get into, people will always fucking talk. No matter which direction you take in your life, my friend, there will always be at least one person who'll try to make fun of you. If you learn how to walk on water, they'll tell you it's because you can't swim. And if you learn how to swim, they will always tell you you're not fast enough. This is a quote I really fucking like from another YouTuber that I had to use because it's so fucking relatable. It honestly fits so fucking perfectly. No matter what action you take, there'll always be some people who will always fucking make fun of you. There will always be that one 14-year-old kid on a fucking scooter who's got a vape in his hand who's gonna always make fun of you if you start skateboarding. Same thing for literally any other realm of action you could pick up, my friend. No matter what action you take, you can literally try whatever activity you want in the world. There will always be at least one fucking person, if not many, that'll try to pull you down. That'll see you start doing something that they can't do. So they feel offended. They think to themselves, oh, it's that guy who does this, it's that guy who does that. No, fuck him. Are you gonna listen? It's the same fate that came to me is gonna happen to you. Because you're the one who's going to decide that. I genuinely think that if you're watching this part of the video, which might be only like 3 to 4 minutes, you are way, way better than these other people. Because unlike them, you actually have something to do. Deep down, you actually have at least a tiny sense of direction. You don't need to know your whole purpose yet, but at least you have a slight sense of direction. Self-improvement has brought you so far that you don't even fucking realize yet. The average people, the people on the outside, what are they going to do? What are they going to do within a matter of 10 years from now? They will be equally as lost, if not even more. Whilst we, my friend, even though you might not have this belief about yourself, even though you might still feel completely fucking lost, at least you're moving. These people, they're completely fucking lost, but they're not even moving in a direction. And even if it's like they're running from one place to another, they're like fidgeting. They're fidgeting in one place instead of actually moving in a certain direction. We are way better than them. These fucking pathetic guys who all they really know how to do is to fucking drag you down. You're way fucking better. And believe me when I tell you, you deserve far, far better. So if you have a hobby, a purpose, a sense of direction in your life, something that you know you love to do, regardless of the conditions, keep fucking doing it. Because no matter what action you take, there will always be at least a couple of people who are gonna look at you and start fucking pointing fingers, who's gonna start making jokes, who will try to make you live the life that they want you to live instead of living the life that you're making for yourself. Do you know what's the most common regret of people on their deathbed? And this is getting really fucking dark, right? I know I'm a squeaky 16-year-old kid, but I'm genuinely trying to speak some value into you. Do you know the most common regret of when people are on the edge of dying? Close your eyes right now. Like an actionable step, by the way. Close your eyes right now and imagine this. Imagine you are 90, 80 years old and you're lying in a hospital on the deathbed. Your whole family is around you, if they're even alive at this point. And they ask you, do you have any regrets in your life? And now you sit there and you think of that one hobby you used to have that you knew you had a little bit of a sense of passion for it, that you gave up for the sake of what other people would think about you. And now you're laying in this very fucking bed, like regretting that you could have done something that would have led to so much success, but you gave it up for the sake of what other people would think about you. You can open up your fucking eyes now because, my God, you can literally look this up on Google if you want to. The most common regret of when people are on the edge of dying is living the life that other people made them live instead of following what they wanted to do. Think of how fucking deep that is, my friend. There are people who are forced into universities. There are people who are pushed from the outside to do something that they don't want to do, which will end up to them living a life that was never the life they wanted to live. The life that the people around them gave them. Not something that they wanted to create. Do you want the same fate to happen to you? Because if you're going to follow what people on the outside tell you, that's exactly what you're going to end up. That's exactly what's going to happen to you, my friend. I feel like I'm repeating myself at this point, but when you live the life that other people create for you instead of the life that you create for yourself, you will feel very, very, very empty down there. Because why try to please others when you can please yourself? Because as I just said, right, people are going to talk anyways. You choose between following what you want to do and people still hating on you, still yapping about you behind your back, or you can do something that you completely fucking hate that these people will want you to do. But guess what? Even if you choose this option, you will still have people talking about your back. You will still have people who are gonna judge you. You will still have people who have the exact same fucking opinion on you if you were to do the thing that you wanted to do. So I think the choice is obvious. If you don't have the balls to choose option number 8, option number 1, which is to follow your true purpose, to live to live up to your actual values, you are, and I'm gonna get up close and personal so you actually fucking feel the vigor of my words, fuck. You are a bitch if you don't follow option number 8. And this is a message from my future self if I ever start struggling with YouTube. Because honestly, bro, if you don't follow your true fucking core within a matter of just a couple of years, because you won't feel it right now, within a matter of a couple of years, you will start to notice how terrible of a fucking decision you've made, my friend. But the choice is yours. The choice is completely yours, my guy. It's on you to take the right steps. But no matter which path you decide to take on, you will have to go for discomfort. It's up to you whether if you want the discomfort to develop you and make you an even better version of yourself than you already are right now, or you let the discomfort mold you, destroy you like a fucking bug getting stepped on. It's on you to decide that. I can yap and yap and yap for literally 20 minutes straight if I wanted to. But that won't change anything if you're not willing to take the actionable steps that will actually lead you towards the life that you want to live. I really hope that what I talked about today actually ended up giving you some value, right? And if you want to talk to me directly, whilst hanging around an amazing community of like-minded people who are all striving to become the best version of ourselves. Listen, we are a very, very close community, all right? I'm pretty sure you're used to joining a Discord server that already has like 1,000 members, and you don't even talk to anybody there. It's like every time you join the Discord server, it's like you're speaking to a completely new person, and it's almost like there's no community here. Brother, we host voice calls very fucking often. We genuinely look out for each other. It's like, it's not a Discord community, it's a brotherhood. It's like a tribe of like-minded people who are all here for the same goal, which is improvement. I genuinely think that my community is the right place for you to develop. And if not, like, comment, subscribe. You're sick of people hearing it, aren't you? But if you watch this part of the video, I mean, like, what the fuck are you doing? Yeah. As another very great mentor of mine once said, and I just really want to copy that quote because it fits nicely. Wish not for a lighter load, but for a stronger back. Take care, brother.